Hello, hello. I'm stopping in. There's an energy with me that wants to speak. Something that spirit or someone, I'm feeling it. I was trying to get started on some other tasks here, but this is kind of like knocking at the door. And I might go upstairs to get my cards for like confirmation, but I want to see what this is about first. Um, let's have a chat. Let's talk, and then let's maybe get some cards to confirm. 44 seconds. So sit with me a minute while I connect to see what this is about. Okay, I haven't dived in yet. I dipped a fingertip in. This is someone's energy. Someone's with me. So, all right, let me dig in. There's emotions here and they're not mine. So, what's going on? Nervousness, scared, uncertain. There's someone breaking here. They, whew, wow. Oh, whoever this is, you are at ground level. Oh, God has cracked you open. Wow. Yeah. God has cracked you open majorly. I'm sensing, yeah, someone who is just like feeling, who you might be feeling like really heavily triggered by the 3D right now, by the upheaval. Like you might even be in a 222, you might even be in a physical area where you've experienced earthquakes lately. But also metaphorically, I'm gonna go up and get my cards while we're talking. 234 on the timer. Metaphorically, also, it's like, yeah, an earthquake. Like, you have gotten so shaken up. Like, everything you knew, literally everything, your reality, every single comfort zone that you had, it's gone. It was taken from you. And I absolutely understand, believe me. Like, I have been there. Like, I totally get it. I get why this is so triggering right now. I get why this is so difficult. Like, it's because, like, you had an ego death. 333 on the timer. This is ego death, ego sublimination. Like, literally everything. I know this is why it hurts so damn bad, why you feel so empty right now, even like disconnected from yourself. You're feeling disconnected from spirit, from like the things that you naturally anchor into. And it's like we're in this holding period. It's like a pause where the old life has completely shattered. 411. But the new is not, it's not quite settled in yet either. 420 on the timer. And so absolutely, this is hard. And I understand. And please know, like, I'm feeling what you're feeling. I get it. And so please do not feel that you are alone in this. I'm going through this cycle too. 444. My necklace too. 444. You are exactly where you're supposed to be right now. So don't get yourself tripped up. Don't make a home in your head. I'm hearing and seeing that some of you are like questioning, like you're going back and you're thinking about like the choices being made and, like, what if I did this? Or, what if I did that instead? And like, it's good to look at the choices that we've made. It's good to look at the fact of how choices we've made in a moment have, how they've really sent those ripples out and how it has affected everything. 534. And God wants you to be in that place. Like, everything is magnified right now. So you really have to also protect yourself right now. You need to honor this pause that you're in right now. If you try to push 555 on the timer, if you try to push when you're not supposed to, you're going to get blocked immediately. Like, Spirit's going to block you. Things aren't going to work out, 606 on the timer, or you're going to experience bad luck. You need to honor this pause within yourself. You haven't been honoring yourself. You haven't been loving yourself and keeping yourself a priority. And that's exactly part of the reason of what got us in this mess, didn't it? Like, if we would have had our eyes open, if we would have, there's a lot of those ifs. If we would have done this, if we would have done that, but we can't live there. It's the past. And God has a plan right now. Right now. You are blocked from fucking this up. Excuse my language. But yes, like the seriousness that Spirit has in this right now. Like, this is like a good father who is like, all right, I seen you speed over those speed bumps back there that were meant to slow you down. You ran the stop sign over there. Like, all right, I'm taking the wheel. That's enough. You're in the back seat for right now. And until we sort some things out. And that's what Spirit's doing with you. Spirit is sorting some things out. There is a lot going on in your dream state. A lot of information coming and going. We're going through a lot of emotional releasing. Some of you may be experiencing an influx in downloads and messages coming in. And it's a lot. It's a whirlwind. 7:44 on the timer. It's a whirlwind. So before I get into this, like, I know obviously you're probably questioning like the ifs, the whens, some of us questioning the whys. But I'll tell you right now, all of the W's you are not supposed to be worrying about. The whens, the wheres, the whys. That's not yours to worry about. And Spirit has been really pushing for us to surrender, to let go of control, and you thinking that you have to do this alone. Spirit, God, is a gentleman. He is not going to use force at all by any means. He's not going to use force, when he has to, That's why we go through some of these tower moments, because, he's watching you. He's being a good father. But besides that, this is your life and you do have free will, and he is not going to step in unless you invite him to. Unless you give him that opportunity. Unless we're in a position where they really have to step up. And I know obviously one of the biggest questions is, where is this going and when's it going to change? We're definitely building up to a very big pressure and ahead over the next couple of days with moving into May. And this is also the full moon. This is the full moon energy. The full moon energy is here now. And so you very much could be feeling it. Because what is today? The date. Let me see. The 28th. 29:31. Full moon energy is here roughly 3 days prior and 3 days after. So you will feel the effects of that. I know primarily for myself. It's that third day away, from the full moon that is the strongest for me. That's when I'm really feeling it. So like once the full moon is like more fully all the way here, things do feel a lot lighter. Yeah, it eases up. So, my best advice right now is self-love and self-care. Um, when it just does not feel like a good day, emotionally or energetically, spiritually, just treat it like a sick day, like any other sick day. Don't push the body more than what it's feeling in that day, what it's capable. Um, do your minimum, of course. Like, I didn't overdo anything this morning. I'm feeling pretty tired from going through my own energetic shifts here, but I have my baseline of what I want to do, which is stretching my body because I have a lot of issues with my joints and my muscles, and so in order to maintain that flexibility and help with pain management, it's a daily practice to stretch the body. And I did a walk around the block with the dog, and so it's good to. The dog's making little noises. You might be able to hear them. Um, but yeah, so it's good to just stick with, a gentle minimum baseline of movement. Okay. Spirit is in our blood. That's why we're never disconnected. But when you're not moving your body, if you're being sedentary and complacent, you're going to experience energetic blockages. So, moving your body, drinking lots of water, eating food that actually holds a frequency and vibration. Okay? Things that we're just nuking in the microwave or quick grabbing, that holds absolutely no value to you. It might give you some protein, but there's no frequency. And that's the difference, and that's what is important. So anything that is fresh and uncooked, as far as, fruits and veggies are concerned. So really, really anchor into taking care of yourself at this time, 1222. So yeah, we're talking about what's coming, right? Because a lot of us were in this dark period, and it's like, okay, what is going to happen with all of this? Many of us are in this hanged man, suspended season right now where, we don't have the support, we don't have the resources, and, or the work and money. And, it's like, how the hell am I going to get through? How is this going to work? And that is exactly where Spirit and God are going to show up. And I know it because it's happening to me. I'm speaking on it through experience. Oh, interesting. I accidentally started to mess up my deck here. So I have to fix it. But look, this is a clear message. So, Spirit wanted to highlight that for some of us, it felt like we took a wrong turn. It was like, oh, oops, oh no, I made a freaking mistake. I really did something that I shouldn't have. Maybe I spoke too soon. I acted too soon. I really shouldn't have shot off at the mouth. I shouldn't have. Like, I'm feeling like foot in mouth energy. Yeah, foot in mouth. And Spirit's like, it's okay. It's all right. It's not as bad as it seems. Okay? It's not as bad. It's okay. The point is that when we realize we've taken a wrong turn, it's okay. Let's just stop, regroup, group think. That card's coming into my mind. We might see the group think community card come out, as well as some others that I've mentioned. But yeah, it's like someone's in a position where they're almost finding like their foot in their mouth, and they realized maybe they shouldn't have done something that they did. But Spirit's saying it's okay. When we make a wrong turn, what do? We just reroute. Okay? We don't, what is it that we don't do? Okay? We don't get out of our car. We don't kick the car. We don't blow up the car. We don't sit on the side of the road sobbing and saying, what such a fool or stupid idiot we are, right? Like, so don't shame yourself. And if you're resonating with this message, like 1515, get rid of the guilt, get rid of the shame. Like, you made a mistake. And I know that oftentimes in life, we have been around some really harsh people where, yeah, we got burned really badly from making mistakes, or people who didn't want to take responsibility and accountability for themselves. So instead, they made it feel like it was our fault for things happening, for things breaking apart. So don't you dare fall for those narratives, friends. Don't you fall for those narratives. This is all in divine orchestration. You can't mess this up. 1555. You can't mess this up. I promise. Just follow what you're hearing. Follow the advice. Like, follow these very, silly but real parables. Like, you're not going to blow up your car for making a wrong turn. 1616. You're not going to just give up and sit on the side of the road and say, well, okay, this is it. I just give up. Like, I get it. We can feel that way for a tiny bit, but that's not our home. That's not where we stay. And so some of us may really have to take a good look at our mindset, our inner critic, that negative voice inside. Okay, for many of us, for most of us, really, that's not your voice. Those aren't even your thoughts. They're conditioned thoughts, conditioned voices that sound like your inner voice, but it's really not yours. Chances are we came from a childhood where we were left to figure things out on our own, where we received a lot of criticism, perhaps even a lot of abuse, and things being made to feel like it was our fault. Guess where that learned behavior came from? It came from the way that our parents were raised and the way that their parents were raised. So this don't even belong to you. Okay? Take it out. No. It's not yours. Okay, breathe in. Let me take this from you. No, it's not yours. Come on. Mine. I know it feels good to hold on to things. We hold on to things when we come from a place of lack, right? That's how we energetically hold on to things. That's where weight and health issues come from. Because energetically, our body just wants to hang on real tight because we're coming from abandonment wounds or lack or beliefs that 1818 on the timer, beliefs that we're not going to get the things we so deeply deserve, like love, peace, healing, family, for the journey to feel easy, for things to be attracted to us rather than us chasing or constantly trying and reaching all the time. I feel that energy in my heart space too. It's not ours to carry. It's not. So let me get back on track here, because we were talking about, obviously, a lot of us want to see, where's this leading? Where's this going? Like, this in between, this transformation, the rug being ripped out from under our feet. Like, what's the point of this? Where are we going? 1919 on the timer. First of all, it was protection, not rejection. So don't fall into any mental traps of getting triggered by something getting taken away from you, and telling yourself a narrative of, I'm always losing everything, or I can never keep anyone, where things always fall apart. Your thoughts manifest your reality. So that's why mindset is so important. But a lot of what's coming in, a lot of what's happening, this is written in the stars. It is in the fates. That's why I've said you can't mess this up. Things are being led to you in a very divine way. You cannot mess this up. So moving forward, there's a lot that's going to look out of your control, and you will not be allowed to back away from the current lessons having to do with you loosening your grip, surrendering, and backing away from control. And that feeling like you need to know beforehand of what things are going to look like, what they're going to feel like, setting yourself up so that you're like prepared in your head just in case it goes very, very wrong. Like, come on. I know, my babies, you're smarter than that. You're smarter than that. If you're half expecting the worst, 2111, if you're expecting the worst, what do you think the universe is going to send you? It's going to keep sending you half-ass energy. You cannot half-ass this. You're either all in or you're all out. And that's part of this year. This is part of the fire horse. Okay? I know that you prayed. I know that you've been praying for these changes. Well, here it is. Here it is. This is part of it. You know, when we ask for an opportunity, say, for example, in our job place, we want to get a raise or we want to go for a higher position. Okay, well, that higher position is going to look very different. And not only do we like reap the rewards of like maybe a pay increase, but we also equally have a higher responsibility. You can't have the blessing without the lesson. You can't have the gift without the sacrifice. And the more that we hold on to things or hold on to control, you're going to block yourself, 2222, you're going to block yourself from receiving the things that you have wanted the most in your entire life. You will sabotage 2233. You're going to sabotage it. The point is that you have to carry over these lessons and hold the frequency. Hold that frequency match. All is energy. All is frequency. All is light. We are all living on a spectrum of light, a ray of sunshine in the darkness of space. That is us. And we're here, and that's miraculous. I don't want this to go too long. So let's pull little cards to confirm this channeled message. Okay. Split of the deck. Choices and their consequences. We sure did touch on that. And the courage to step into life. 2333 on the timer. Heart space. This is the key. This is the key. Also, you could be seeing crows, ravens, black feathers. Feathers in general, but specifically black at this time. Be on the lookout for these types of confirmations. Again, choices and their consequences. Revelations. Unmarked trail. Okay. So real quick, Spirit, let's wrap this up. What do you... Okay. We just drop these right out. So let's take it. Joyful muse, inspiration. You got to anchor into you. Anchor into you. Again, your passions, your interests, who you were before this shit happened. Whale song resonating. You're absolutely in a hanged man, isolation, hermit mode type of thing. Spirit's telling me a lot of this is self-imposed. Like it's serving its purpose, But make sure that as you are getting the messages or the urges of things, that you are beginning to like reacclimate yourself around people and society and doing things. Yeah, I'm hearing with this card that it's almost like a bit of a self bondage. For some, it could represent like a self punishment of hiding yourself away, feeling like you you just don't deserve to be around other people. And it comes from a place of internalizing your pain and your hurt. Because when our brain can't make sense of what another person has done, how people have hurt us, how people have maybe stabbed us in the back, and we've walked away from friendships, relationships, or family situations in a negative light. When we can't make sense of that, what happens is that we internalize it, because these other people who did us wrong, when they do not embrace accountability, when there's no acknowledgement or apology, where it's like, you know what, I'm really sorry. Like, I should have just talked to you first. Or, I'm sorry that I believed this person over, what you've shown me of who you are since I've known you. Sometimes we're quick to just believe what is told to us without even going to the horse's mouth, when that is an option all along. So that also points at, perhaps some issues with confronting conflict and being afraid of that and holding on to an energy of passivity. So these are things that we need to break through. And if you feel called, I don't have the post pinned on my page anymore, but I am open to working very closely, one-on-one, intimately with others. If you feel called, please feel free to reach out and we'll talk about things. Money is not the focus. I work on a sliding scale of donation-based things, of services. So I'll work with you. In a society where everyone is pushing to just have more, make more. No, that's furthering the cycle. It's not helping anyone. It's not. It's only pushing us to keep trying harder, pushing harder. And just, no, it's not working out. It's not good. Crown Games, right use of power. I think I don't really need to say much more on this. This is tied into our choices and consequences. Right use of power. Making those right choices. You are the creator of your reality. Your mindset, your thoughts matter. You need to choose them very wisely. Straddling worlds, wandering between realms. Absolutely. We're in that in between. The old is gone. The new is not here yet. And so it requires us to stay very anchored in one place while we're flying very high in another. Winter's Dream, gestation period. This is also a card I'm feeling very heavily manifestation. So yeah, it is about that gestation period, being in that, a bit of that hermit mode. So you are manifesting this, being in that in between. It is such a very high, delicate place to be. So gestation, we're birthing. We are having and experiencing these contractions right now. That's why it hurts so bad. That's why things don't make sense. And, we feel something coming, right? But we're like, where is it? What is it? Is it a boy or a girl? Some of you may actually be giving birth really soon. Yeah, giving birth or even receiving news of pregnancy. If this is happening, please let me know. Also, if you're seeing this on YouTube, please give me a like and share, subscribe. This is going to help out so much, giving the message to people who need to hear it. Oh, I get many masks. the authentic self. This is an energy that has been rolling in for a while, that I was experiencing like months and months, even before the reality was dissolving. Like, this is dropping the masks. Like, something has been seen, something has been noticed that you cannot unnotice. And so the masks are dropping. This is also by divine will. You have no control over what is happening with this at this time. And the horned cactus, resourcefulness, one of my absolute favorite cards. I feel like there's something here. You see this light, it's like in the background. I feel like you need to be very mindful and protective of your energy right now. So I feel like it's like in the past, there was this wish fulfillment. There was something that you got, but it came to a time where this no longer, this whatever was here, it no longer was fitting your higher story, your higher purpose, and where God is taking you. And so there was this wish fulfillment, but you're walking away. There was something at one point that was there to help you. Remember that, the things that are leaving us, or that we are choosing to leave, or that are being taken away from us, they were once something we chose, something that we loved, something that we honored. And Spirit is saying, do not change that. We continue to love and honor what it is that we chose at this time period, that we chose it. But something is forward here now. And I see you walking away from that. You're not looking back. You're not. And this is you. You are the cactus. There's so much protection here in the horns. I'm seeing here a lot of protection, divine protection at this time. Even all of the needles. Yeah, it's like there's a lot of people you're being blocked from at this time. You're being protected from at this time. You are divinely protected. No one is able to get very close to you. And if it does happen, you're going to feel it. They're going to feel it, and you're going to feel it. And you're going to get recycled in this cycle again until you learn the lesson, until you honor yourself by remaining facing forward. But this cactus, the cactus, even in the dry desert, never getting any rain, this cactus has everything it needs within itself. All of 3223, these mirror numbers. Everyone and everything is a mirror to you. This cactus has everything it needs within itself. All the water that it needs, all the nutrient that it needs. These cactuses bloom amazingly beautiful flowers, even in the driest of places. And this is you. You've gone through it before. You can do this. You are doing it. All right, close us out, Spirit. Close us out. Close us out. Rooted girl, the disowned self. Yeah, you're absolutely releasing.